The headline broke on a Tuesday morning. By noon, 3 former classmates had messaged me. 2 investors called. My publicist sent a cautious congratulations, reminding me that valuations fluctuate. By 17 p.m., my father texted, "Family dinner at 7 p.m. Important discussion." No emoji, no exclamation point. No, congratulations. Just logistics. 2 years earlier, he hadn't come to my wedding. He said he couldn't support a rush decision. The decision, apparently, was marrying someone he hadn't vetted like a merger. He didn't shout. He didn't forbid it, he simply withheld presence. An empty seat does more than an argument ever could. That night, guests kept asking where he was. My mother smiled tightly and said, "Work emergency." My wife squeezed my hand under the table during the father-daughter dance that never happened. Success didn't fix that memory. It just placed it under brighter lighting. The hotel chain wasn't inherited. It began with a single renovated roadside property outside Tucson that banks refused to finance. We slept in one of the rooms for 6 months to cut costs. I learned plumbing from YouTube. My wife negotiated vendor contracts while finishing her MBA at night. We scaled slowly, then strategically, then carefully. We didn't call my father for advice. By the time the valuation crossed 9 digits, he was hearing about us the same way everyone else was, through press. At 6:58 p.m., we pulled into my parents' driveway together. "You don't have to go in," my wife said. "I know. But I did." The dining table was set with unnecessary precision. My father stood when we entered, a rare gesture. My mother kissed my cheek, holding it a second longer than usual. I saw the article. My father began before we'd fully sat down. Impressive, very impressive. He'd never used that word for me before. Dinner moved carefully. Questions disguised as compliments. "How did you manage expansion capital? Are you diversified personally?" "That kind of visibility comes with risk," I answered politely. Briefly. Then he leaned back and folded his hands. "With that kind of valuation," he said, "it's time to think long-term, legacy protection. These things need to stay in the family." There it was, not pride. Strategy. My mother's eyes flicked to me quickly. "Measurin', I agree," I said calmly. "Legacy matters." His posture relaxed slightly. "That's why I wanted to discuss consolidating ownership structures. There are tax advantages if we reorganize under a family holding company." "I've spoken to someone who, I've already reorganized," I said. He stopped. I reached into my bag and placed a sealed envelope on the table. My wife didn't speak. She didn't need to. This wasn't a performance. It was a boundary. Inside the envelope was documentation filed 3 months earlier. The majority voting shares of the company had been transferred into an irrevocable foundation, the Marlowe Hospitality Initiative. It funds scholarships and seed capital for first-generation hotel owners. Governance is independent. Board members include industry veterans, not relatives. My personal stake remains significant. But control is structured to outlive ego. He didn't open the envelope at first. "What is this?" he asked, already sensing the answer. "A copy of the charter," I said. "The chain won't be absorbed into a family holding company. It's protected." The word hung there. Protected. From what? He asked. "From becoming conditional." Silence. My mother looked down at her plate. He opened the envelope slowly. His eyes moved line by line. I watched recognition replace assumption. "You did this without consulting me?" "Yes." His jaw tightened, not with anger exactly, but displacement. The center of gravity had shifted. "I was only thinking about what's best," he said. "I know." I did know. In his language, control equals care. Influence equals love. Alignment equals loyalty. But absence also equals something. "You didn't come to my wedding," I said quietly. Not accusing. Just placing it in the room. He didn't answer immediately. "That was different," he said finally. I agreed. Because that day I wasn't valuable yet. My wife reached for my hand under the table again. Same gesture. "Different room, this doesn't mean you're not family," I continued. "You're invited to dinner. To our home." He looked up. "But business decisions don't hinge on approval anymore." There was no shouting, no slammed fists. Just a long recalibration. He closed the envelope. "I suppose I underestimated you," he said. It wasn't an apology, but it was accurate. My mother finally spoke. "We missed things," she said softly. not defensive. Just tired, yes, we all had. Dinner ended without resolution. No dramatic reconciliation. No cold exit either. At the door, my father paused. You built something significant, he said. The words seemed to cost him something. I see that. That was new. Outside, the air felt strangely neutral. Are you okay? My wife asked as we got into the car. I think so. Success hadn't earned his love, it had simply clarified its conditions. And I no longer needed to meet them. As we drove away, my phone buzzed again. A message from him, proud of you. Dinner next Sunday. No agenda. I stared at it for a moment. Maybe growth doesn't arrive as warmth. Maybe sometimes it arrives as restraint. I typed back, Sunday works. The door wasn't fully open. But it wasn't closed for leverage anymore. And for now, that was enough.